Good morning, 7th grade. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys are feeling good and ready to e-learn. You are going to probably want your math book out today. We are taking a pause. We are going back and we are reviewing. I know we hit you with a lot of vocab terms, and so this week we are really trying to push the review so that way you get these words in your head and that you got them memorized and you know what they are right when you see them. So you're going to need your math book. You would probably want it open to 9-1, page 240. I'm going to set that to the side. You're going to need your Ziploc baggie that I dropped off, and you're going to need the first two things out of it. This packet that says 4-6 Monday, all right, looks like that. You're going to want that one, and you're going to want the blue sheet that is stapled to the pink sheet that has the little green sticky note on top that says Monday 4-6. So, in recap, blue packet, white packet. All right, so Miss Underhill and I thought it would be a great idea to have you review right away. So, taking a look at this first sheet of paper, it says Form A at the bottom. You are doing the front and the back of the first page. Notice this says Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. All right, so what I want you to do right now is hit pause and try and go through any and all that you can right now. All right, hit pause, and then when you hit play, I'll talk you through them. All right, so I've got my stickies ready to go after you hit pause. Welcome back. I've got my stickies ready to go, and I'm going to put them right there so you can see them. All right, that first one, letter A, a complementary angle. Let me go through my options. Two angles that add up together to equal 180, an angle equal to 180. No. Lines in different planes that do not intersect. Two angles that combine can form a right angle. Lovely. Oh, right angle, 90 degrees. Complementary angle, right there. Two angles that combine can form a right angle. There we go. Complementary angle out. All right. Next one. Congruent means equal, right? Congruent means equal. So I'm looking for that. Two lines in the same plane that will never cross paths, a straight path with two endpoints, opposite angles formed when two lines intersect, objects that have the same measure. Oh, there we go. Congruent, equal. Same measure, equal measurement. Okay, when two lines cross paths at any angle, and a straight path that continues forever in opposite directions. All right, so we're on intersecting. When two lines cross paths at any angle. Oh, intersecting. Nice. Third one, a line. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I've got them all right here. Next one, a line is a continuous set of points. A straight path that continues forever in opposite directions. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hoping you're like feeling good. This is a mood booster. You're seeing it and you're like, yeah, I've got these. All right, and most of them, if you didn't get them, you're like, oh, yeah, I got it now. All right, this one, line segment is a part of a line that has two endpoints. Two angles, lines that have different planes, opposite angles formed a straight path with two endpoints. There we go. Line segment. Nice and easy. Oh gosh, whoops. Wrote it for the wrong one. E should be 6. Sorry, we saw that. I just messed up. It's hard because I'm looking through the camera. Next one. Parallel lines. Opposite angles? No. Two lines on the same plane that will never cross paths? Oh yeah. Letter F. Oh, that was close anyway. All right, next one. Skew lines. Two angles that add up? No. Lines in different planes that do not intersect? Oh, yes. Skew lines. Lines that lie on different planes and are neither intersecting nor parallel. Nice. Next one. A straight angle. An angle that equals 180 degrees. There we go. Straight angle. Letter H. Nice. Supplementary angles. Two angles that add up to equal 180. Two angles that add together to equal 180. Nice. Okay, and I'm not just guessing or throwing that last one on, but opposite angles formed when two lines intersect. Oh yes, opposite angles formed when two lines intersect. Vertical angles. There we go. Letter J. Don't you worry, I've got a whole nother set of sticky notes for the bottom half. Okay. Let me read through my options, which you should have done earlier. Any two angles that share a side, two rays that share a common endpoint, an exact location in space, a straight path from an endpoint that goes on forever in one direction, Ooh, when I'm reading these, I'm kind of going through and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I know that one. That's what we want you to do, especially by the end of this week. A flat surface, an angle equal to 90 degrees, an angle smaller than 90 degrees, a common endpoint, a point where two lines meet or intersect, an angle more than 90 degrees but less than 180, or when two lines intersect each other at a 90-degree angle. Okay, well, my first one, acute angle, well, that's an angle that's less than 90 degrees, angle smaller than 90 degrees. Nice. Next one, adjacent angles. They have a common side and vertex. Two rays that share a common endpoint. No. Any angles that share a side. Ooh, any two angles that share a side. Have a common, two angles, share a side, and a common vertex, adjacent angle. There we go. Nice. Okay, remember, some of the wording is going to be a little different, and that's okay. We want you to be able to put them together without having the same common verbiage. Like, we want to keep it common, but I want you to be able to see it and say, oh yeah, I know what that is, even if it's not word for word what's on my sticky note or word for word what's in the book. Next one, an angle is a fixture formed by two rays and a common endpoint. Two rays that share a common endpoint. Nice. Ooh, we're grooving now. Happy Monday. All right, an obtuse angle. An angle more than 90 but less than 180. Oh yeah, obtuse angle. Okay, because if it's over 180, then that is the, oh shoot, I have the other sticky. Oh, come on, can you guys tell me what it is? If it is an angle, where did I put those? A reflex angle, I believe that's what it's called. All right, so obtuse angle, did I write it down yet? No? There we go. I wanted to show you my sticky note. Sorry, guys. Well, it might be somewhere. Or would you be happy if I lost it? Found it. Angle greater than 180. Reflex angle. Sorry, it was stuck to my wall. So that's why the obtuse angle is but less than 180. Next one, perpendicular lines. When two lines intersect each other at a 90-degree angle. Oh, yes. Letter E goes there. A plane is a flat surface, right? Remember, I bring out this little sticky for my plane. It's a flat surface. So, a flat surface, letter F. Okay. Moving through. Point. An exact location in space. Oh, yep. Okay. Ray is a part of a line that has one endpoint and continues indefinitely. A straight path from one endpoint that goes on forever in one direction. Yep. Also the name of a Star Wars character. Just watched that movie last night. It's so good, the new Star Wars one. It's not new anymore, but the one that's coming out on DVD. An angle equal to 90 degrees, right angle. And a common endpoint, a point where two lines meet or intersect. Yep, that's a vertex. Nice. Okay, so we're moving on to the back. Now, I don't have my sticky notes ready for the back, but we just went through all of them, so I think we should be okay. All right, I'm looking at this obtuse angle. Next one, relationship of A and B. Oh, I know that one. That is vertical angles. That is array. Okay, 125 plus 55, that would be 180. So those are supplementary angles. Ooh, sorry for bumping the camera. Please write neater than me. I've got a bar running into my arm, so please write neater than that. Okay, well, next one. Ooh, I see a 90 degree. I see two lines crossing. Oh, that looks like perpendicular lines to me. P-R-P-E-N-D-I-C-U-L-A-R lines. Nice. Okay, that looks like a plane. That looks like two angles that add up. I'm noticing my square right here. Two angles that add up to equal 90 degrees. That's complementary. They complement each other. Well, wouldn't it be embarrassing if I spelled something wrong on here? You know what? It's happened before. It'll happen again. Last one. Okay, this is a line here, and that's running off the other side. If they continue in 3D, they will never cross. That is skew lines. Hey, if you went through this and you were like, all right, I love this, good job for you guys, especially if you're feeling good about it. We're going to keep doing it every day. Go back and fix your mistakes. Now, sketch an example for each of the following. Parallel lines. Watch this. Parallel lines. K, M, W, T. T is my real last name for Tischler. Okay, the congruent symbol. If they are congruent or equal to each other, it will look like that. And you want me to show you how I know? It is in the book somewhere. Congruent. Hey, I will give you an extra credit point if you can find it in the book and show me at the meeting. Oh, I found it. I'll give you a quick peek. See if you can find it. I'll give you 1 extra credit point. Promise. All right. So that is where we are so far. Just a quick review. Kind of remember my grandpa's old pickup truck? We're kicking the rust off from the weekend. And now, today, we are talking through the blue page in class. All right, and then the pink will be your homework. So the blue page, no back, that's nice, just needed to check for myself. Here's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting my cell phone out because I use my calculator off of my cell phone. So, all right, let's just hope my sister Katie doesn't call because she happens to know exactly when I'm working on this, and she calls. I think it's like intuition, I don't know. All right, it's just a sister's duty to call and bother. All right, find the measure of a complement. Complementary angles are 2 angles that equal 90. That's the main thing. All right, so a complementary angle. So I'm going to do 90 minus 68. What's my complementary angle going to measure? So I'm going to say measure, M means measure. Measure of angle 2 equals 22. Do I need the label of the degree? Absolutely I do. Next one. Okay, I don't even need to use my calculator for this one. They are a complement, so they're going to add up to equal 90. 90 minus 80 equals 10 degrees. Okay, last one. Measure of angle 2 is equal to 87 degrees. I did that in my head, but let me just show you on my calculator, just in case. If you're like, oh no, it is too early for me to be doing this. 90 minus 3 degrees equals 87. Okay, you need your your degree label. Next one, we're looking for a supplement. Let me find my sticky note. Are you getting tired of these sticky notes yet? Supplement, I am, actually. Surprising. Supplementary. I got it. No. Complementary. It is blue, right? I gotcha. Sorry, you guys. Okay, here we go. Supplementary angles are 2 angles that add up to equal 180 degrees. If you were like, oh my gosh, I'm tired of waiting for you to get your sticky note and you already got started, great. 180 minus 78 is equal to, so the measure of angle 2, is equal to 102 degrees. 102 degrees. Next one, 155. So 180 minus 155. Hey, make sure you're clearing your calculators because that would be, so the measure of angle 1. Oh, they gave me the measure of angle 2. Oops, gotta go back and switch that to the measure of angle 1. All right, measure of angle 1 is equal to 25 degrees. Next one, supplement. Remember, they equal 180 when added together. Oh, okay. Measure of angle 1. I almost typed this into my calculator. 180 minus 1, 179 degrees. Okay, here we go. I got my supplementary, I got my complementary stickies. We're ready to go. Use the following figure to answer the problems for 11 through 13. Here's my figure. Name 2 supplement angles of DOE. Okay, so first, it's like connect the dots. D-O-E. All right, I'm going to use my blue pen just to go over it. D-O-E. This is my angle, all right? Remember, Tori, that's where we're drawing it out just so I can see what my angle is. Supplement means they add to 180. That means that they give me a straight angle. Look, that one was right on the top. It was like meant to be. So if I'm looking right here, okay, don't mind the printer or the computer error there. This right here would be 180 degrees. So name two supplement angles. So this angle right here added with this would work. So I'm going to say angle. Now I have to have 3 letters. That was something I noticed in the homework. 3 letters that would be that supplementary angle. C-O-D. That's a fish. C-O-D. All right? Do you see that? See how those two added together would equal 180. Let me switch my pen to another color. What's another one that added with the blue would equal 180? Right here. See that straight line? So notice where I started. A-O-E. Angle A-O-E. Sorry, make your E a little bit better than that. That looks bad for me. Okay, name a pair of complementary angles. 2 angles that add together to equal 90. Well, I know AOB equals 90, but I need 2 angles that add up to equal 90. Knowing that this is 90, BOC, this angle right here, angle BOC, adds with angle COD, and that gives me another 90-degree angle. COD. There is my complementary angles. They complement each other so well. Name 2 pairs of vertical angles. So remember, vertical angles are a pair of opposite angles formed by 2 intersecting lines. So if I'm looking at it, I'm going to have to say, let me erase some of my pencil because that got in the way. All right. 2 pairs of vertical angles. Well, AOE is equal to COD. Do you see that? And now this ray, is it O? Yeah. OB, that breaks apart, but these are vertical angles as well. So let me show you. 2 pairs. So angle AOE is congruent to angle COD. Let me color them in so you can see them. I'll color with the one I've been using. This right here, AOE is equal to COD. We feeling okay? All right, now, here's my other one. Angle DOE, doe, a deer, a female deer. Oh, do you guys miss me singing? I'm sure you don't. Okay, and this vertical angle right here. It's okay if it has another piece in it, like that ray, but we're looking at AOC. See how that's vertical angle? Angle. AOC. The point of this is I want you to be able to see it while you're working with me, so when you get to the homework, you're feeling a little bit better about that. Okay, now the only reason I colored them in like that was because I knew I was done with 11 through 13. I knew I was done with this image. Don't color it in too much before you get to the end, because that might make it difficult for you to see. All right. State whether the following statements are true or false. Complementary angles must be acute. Yeah, because they've got to be less than 90. True. Supplementary angles must be obtuse. Both of them? No, I don't think so, because they got to add up to equal 180. One of them could be obtuse, and one of them could be acute, or 2 of them could be 90 degrees. So I'm going to say false on that one. You know, if we were doing like always, sometimes, never, that would be a never, because both angles cannot be obtuse. That's too big. All right? 2 acute angles can be supplementary. 2 angles smaller than 90 could add up to equal 180. Well, let me just show you. if smaller than 90, so like let's even go with 89 plus 89. Do they add up to equal 180? No. So that one is going to be false. Close, but no. A pair of vertical angles can be complementary. A pair of vertical angles can be complementary. I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no, and take a look, here's my mess of sticky notes. I'm getting so tired of them. Complementary angles. Two angles with the sum of 90 degrees are called complementary angles. Each angle is a complement of each other. Okay? A pair of vertical angles can be complementary. So if I'm looking at this, do you see any vertical angles? Anything that could make a vertical angle? Vertical angles are a pair of opposite. See, I feel like vertical angles can be complementary. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's ask Miss Underhill on this one because I'm too far into this video to stop it. So let's circle this one. Let's check with Miss Underhill. Two pairs of vertical angles can be complementary. They can add up to equal 90. I'm going to say yes, but I want to talk to Miss Underhill about it. Let's talk about that one. A pair of vertical angles. I should have the answer sheet with me, but learn from my mistakes. Oh boy. All right. A pair of vertical angles can be supplementary. Yes. Let's check with Miss Underhill on that one too. All right, vertical angles must have the same measure. True, right? Vertical angles, where was my sticky note for that? A pair of opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines. They equal each other, right? They must have the same measure. This one will equal this one will equal that one. All right, the intersection of two rays creates two pairs of vertical angles and four pairs of supplementary angles. The intersection of two rays? True or false? Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna draw it out real quick. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes saying, oh, but sometimes you have to do that. Here's my line. Here's my dot. There's one ray. The intersection of two rays so there's my rays. Creates two pairs of vertical angles, yes, because 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4, so yes for that. And supplementary angles, angles that add up to equal 180. Yep, I would say yes. The part that was throwing me off is the rays, but as you can see, it could work. Complementary angles can be adjacent. Complementary angles can be adjacent. What does adjacent mean? Oh, you guys know. Do we need to look back? Take a peek. Adjacent angles have a complement or a common side. Complementary angles have a common side? Oh yes, true. Because they add up. They have to have a common side. They're right next to each other. Supplementary angles can be adjacent. True. Check with Miss Underhill and see if it has to be right next to each other. I feel like they do, but not always. I think any angles can add. It just depends on where they are and if you can add them up. So let's check with Miss Underhill on these two too. Any two right angles are supplementary. 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, does it equal 180? Oh yeah. Two acute angles are always complementary. Two acute angles. Here, let me give you one. Let me just check. What if I give you 55? That's an acute angle. It's smaller than 90 degrees plus 55. Does it equal 90? No. So two acute angles are always complementary. The word always? Nope. That would be a sometimes. An acute angle and an obtuse angle are always supplementary. Okay, well, let me just show you. Let me give you an example. See, this is the true and false, is you got to try and prove it wrong. So, 89 degrees plus, what would be the smallest obtuse angle? 91 degrees equals 180. Okay, what about this? 89 degrees plus 95 degrees. See, my obtuse angle, because it can be anywhere between 90 and 180, that's going to make this false. They could, in that one example, be supplementary, but for the rest of them, no way. All right, last little bit. Use the following figure to answer practice problem 21. All right, so I'm looking, okay. I see, here's my lines going through, and then there's that random ray that they like to throw in to confuse us, but not today. Oops, can you see it? All right, a common error is assuming that any pair of angles are across from each other. Across from each other are vertical. In this figure, 1 and 3 are vertical angles because they are formed by intersecting lines. Here comes my color. 1 and 3. That's correct. I see it. I agree with that. Angles 2 and 4 are not vertical angles. Oh yeah, remember I was just telling you about this. It's that ray that they throw in there. They're saying 2 and 4, angle 4, they're not. See it? You can see it, especially when I put the color with it. You can see that. Name 3 other pairs of non-adjacent angles that are also not vertical. So not vertical, meaning they don't equal each other. So angle 1 does not equal angle 4, right? And remember, what's non-adjacent? Adjacent means that they share a side, right? So non-adjacent, they don't share a side. So angle 1 doesn't equal angle 4. Angle 5 does not equal angle 2. How many do I need to do? 3 other pairs. And angle 3 does not equal angle 1. Now, gotta put my angle in there. Now, there might be some other ones that we can work with, but what I want you to look at is how I didn't have any of my sides match. 1 and 4, 5 and 2. They aren't sharing a side. They're sharing a vertex because they're all sharing a vertex, but they're not sharing a side. Last but not least, and then I will set you free on your homework, look at these angles. Which 2 angles are complementary? So we look at this. They complement each other. They add up to equal 90. Okay, well, that's where I bring in my calculator. All right, so complementary. Let's try 71. I know 71 plus 190. 190 is too big already, so I'm not going to add those 2 together. 71 and... So I'm going to eliminate that one right now. 71 and 71, that's too big too. I'm going to eliminate that one right now. This is my check. 71 plus 19 equals 90. Oh, yes. So which 2 angles? M and P. All right, so ladies and gents, we went through. This is our review. Hopefully you're feeling good about it. Remember, you're coming to check in with us at 1:30 anyway. Here is your homework. Give it a go. Make sure you read through. Pull out the colors if you need to. All right, and happy Monday. See you guys later.